Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Rogue Rant, and today I want to talk a little bit about the Clinton Foundation and the latest revelations that have come out and the information that Hillary's camp put out yesterday, basically announcing news that it came as a shock really to nobody, and that's that the foundation declared that if Hillary were to win the presidency, that Bill and Chelsea would basically disconnect themselves from the foundation. That's right. And in addition to that, they will no longer accept corporate or foreign donations. Isn't that nice of them? But I got to see if I got this right because I'm a little confused. It's not a good idea to head up a foundation as it takes money from corporate and foreign interest as president. However, there is no conflict whatsoever of interest if you take the money from corporate and foreign entities as the Secretary of State. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. This foundation has served as a means to funding and promoting Hillary's run for the White House, in addition to lining hers and Bill's pockets. You just gotta look at a few cases. Algeria, 500,000. What did that get them? State clearance for U.S. arms cells. And this deal included biological and chemical weapons or agents. Boeing, 900,000 contributed. Next thing you know, the State Department gives clearance to $29 billion in U.S. arms to sales to Saudi Arabia, including F-15 fighters. The same Saudi Arabia that's using those weapons to fight a proxy war in Yemen against Iran. They're bombing the heck out of citizens. Kids are getting killed. Families are being killed in addition to fighters. Brunei, they gave $500 million to the State Department or to foundation. Next thing you know, the State Department gives them clearance for U.S. weapon cells there. The list goes on. Dominican Republic. You got this foundation board member, Rolando Gonzalez. He heads up a company called InterEnergy. They received the contracts after giving in the Dominican Republic for the wind energy project after giving them, the foundation, $25 million. And these are only a few of the contributions which smell suspect. There are even more, and I'm providing a link above this video. Click the link and you'll see many more. Obviously, if Clinton wins, the only remaining use for this foundation would be to continue seeking financial gains. I mean, where else will Hillary be able to contribute 90% of her charitable contributions? How lovely would that be to set up a charitable contribution, tell the public, oh, I'm giving 90%, I'm giving a ton of money out to charities. Lo and behold, it's my charity that I'm running and I'm getting a salary for probably and everything else. I mean, what are we to think here, folks? That charity, that foundation certainly is not set up to help the people as it's being sold. Just ask the residents of Haiti about the foundation. They will give you an earful. Why not disband the foundation altogether? Simply put, the Clintons, the two you see on the screen, still have a network of close friends who need jobs, called a personal stimulus, if you will. The idea that this foundation would have no more connections or influence to Hillary is laughable. I'm telling you, folks, her just leaving isn't gonna kill the connection there. It's not gonna disconnect the connection there. Remember back in 2009 when Hillary became Secretary of State, she stated she would have no conflict of interest because she's removing herself from the Clinton Foundation. We all see how well that went. Did the influence stop? No, it probably picked up. Then there's a recent release of emails from the hacking of the foundation, which exposed the fact that Hillary's advisors from both the State Department and the foundation colluded with each other. This is not conspiracy. This is actual email documentation that's come out, and there's, from what I'm hearing, a lot more coming out. Now with the news that the FBI may be looking into the foundation during Hillary's tenure as Secretary of State, it's a convenient time for the foundation to proclaim it's further distancing itself from her. Once again, the major media, or the Clinton news networks of the world, will simply commend the announcement. They'll tell her how great that is. Look at her. And they'll move on. They won't investigate it. They won't tell you what's really happening behind the scenes. If there's nothing of consequence or potential corruption, there's none of that going on there. There is no need to further investigate this. Just move on, folks. As Wayne Matson said, he's an excellent reporter, well-renowned, and he's the guy that wrote the link that you'll see above. He put in his article that the Clinton operations are massive in the relation to reported lobbying dealings, a lot more so than the reported dealings of the ex-campaign manager of Paul Manafort and the relationship he had with the Ukraine. Yet you only hear about Manafort and not a peep about the foundation. Both stories essentially broke around the same time, folks. How much have you heard about Manafort? Very little. The latest release of hacked emails only proves one thing, which is that there's a play to pay, and it's live and it's well in Washington. I want to emphasize, though, this isn't just a Democratic issue. The Republicans are just as bad. It's not isolated to national politics. No, it's alive and well at the local level. Congress and our judicial system has to hold these politicians accountable. When I go out there and I'm being told that I have to spend $30,000 to try to win a mayoral race in this little city of Venice with 20,000 residents in a position that only pays $12,000 a year, there's an issue. When state senators and those are the candidates, they run for this job that pays $30,000 a year and they're spending well over $100,000 to get it, there has to be an issue. We have to start wondering what the world does. In what world does this make any sense? Unless play for pay is alive and well at the local, the county, the state, and the national level, and it needs to end. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the Road Rant. What say you, folks? Have a great day.